life total champions can be anywhere from 16 to 26 life. In addition to determining your starting life total, each champion has what's called a champion power. So when I play this resource here, this is kind of a try resource. I pick one of these 3 colors to get. So I'm going to pick a Sapphire. Then I'm going to go ahead and play Arcane Focus. I'm going to grab... I already have a Windsinger in my hand. It's one of our top-end threats. So I'm going to go ahead and grab a Deny here. So what my champion power does, every time I play a resource, I gain what's called a charge. And for 2 charges, my champion takes 2 cards from my discard pile, and it shuffles them back into my deck. But it also adds a line of text to them when you play this draw card. So it kind of sets me up for future draws. So I'm going to go ahead and Arcane Focus here again. Looking for more resources here, ideally. Which we found. And I'm going to go ahead and play this Well of Instinct out here. Is it correct to say that Hex kept the good things from... Yeah, it combines the best aspects from both of those games. The Escalate deck I played the other day is almost certainly not tier 1, but it's a lot of fun, so I continue playing it. This is a good example of a card that's just a very simple design, but you couldn't have it in a paper TCG. Brown Fox Scout, when this card is the top card of my deck, it reveals itself to me, so my opponent does not know that this Brown Fox Scout is on top of my deck, and I can play this card from the top of my deck as a quick action. So I know this Brown Fox Scout is here because the game client flips it over and reveals it to me, but my opponent doesn't get to know that it's here. What I'm going to do now is, during my ready step before I draw for the turn, because this is quick, I can play this off the top of my deck and then draw a new card. And look, there's actually another Brown Fox Scout on top of my deck now. Transmogrifade is an example of how there is some variance in this game, but usually it's very controllable. Transmogrifade turns my opponent's troop into a random different artifact, constant, or troop with -1 cost. So there's some variance in that mechanic, but in general, there's like enough draft chafe and unplayable cards in Hex, just like in Magic, that you're downgrading their must-answer threat into something that you can mostly ignore. You want pretzels? Pretzels? Tablet? As you will. I already put a ready stop, because I played this other one during my last upkeep. Yep. So again, during my ready step, I'm going to go ahead and play this off the top of my deck. So it's kind of like it draws itself when it reveals it, and we get to play it like that. It's kind of like it draws itself, which is sweet. You can see my deny counter in my hand here got -1 cost because whenever a troop enters play under my control, this gets cheaper until a turn. Yeah, it's similar to Pongify, except always giving them a 3/3. Sometimes it makes things much worse. It's also... You want a pretzel? It's also, like Transmogrifade, it's much worse to Transmogrifade, say, like, a 7 or 8 drop troop, as opposed to, like, a 2 or 3 cost troop, because on average, the random 1s and 2s are much worse than, say, a random 7 drop. Like, a random 7 drop is still probably going to have significant points of power and toughness. My opponent played a Dark Heart of Nulzan here, so this card says, this is a customizable card, so it's socketed, so my opponent's chosen to give it +2 defense, and it gets minus cost the turn they draw it. And this is at the start of each champion's turn, they sacrifice a non-socketed card. So these are not socketed, so we're going to have to sacrifice one of these dorks. It might not be public. Let me make it public. This is just Metronomi's list. He has been doing well in the 5 shards events with it. Grab another threshold here. So I'm going to go ahead and pass the turn to my opponent here because they also have to sacrifice. Oh, actually, I'm going to go ahead and put these back in my deck with my champion power real quick. My opponent will also have to sacrifice a non-socketed card on their turn, so I'll have to sacrifice this Performer. And then once they sacrifice this, I'm going to go ahead and play Into the Unknown here. Into the Unknown returns this card to my opponent's hand, and then turns it into a different card of the same threshold. So they're going to have a different non-Dark Heart card, which is good, because Dark Heart's very good against me. So I'd like them to not have Dark Hearts in their deck anymore. Ooh, they're going to Runebind my thing. So this was the downside to letting them ready. So this is going to take my Into the Unknown and turn it into a Mysterious Rune. And now this card stays over here, and I get to recast it when I draw a resource here. You ever built a list you found online only to misunderstand the card tricks? Yeah, sometimes. Sometimes they just people put bad cards in their deck. An important skill to have when playing TCGs and evaluating things other people have done especially is that variance goes both ways in TCGs. So just because someone did well with something doesn't automatically make that something good. Would love to draw a resource here. Alright, would love to find a resource with this Arcane Focus. Sweet, so we found a resource with this Arcane Focus, which lets me cast this Into the Unknown and put my opponent's Dark card into their hand and get rid of all of them. And then Pippit Hustler here. Pippit Hustler here, when he comes into play, he gives me a Transmogrifade-esque effect, so we're going to downgrade this Robomancer into something else. Just got to Cosmic Limited Day. Congrats! I don't think I'm going to hit Cosmic Unlimited this season. I'm not a fan of this limited format in this set. The constructed format's gas, though. Take a hit for 3 here. Another Animus of Nulzan. That's kind of terrifying. So this says, whenever they play a socketed card, all of their socketed cards in all zones get +1/+1. So they played this Eagle Orb, which was actually, you could see here, this used to be the Dark card. It turned into something else. Have I played a bad Hex constructed format yet? I have yet to play a Hex constructed format that I didn't enjoy playing. I have pretty thoroughly enjoyed every Hex constructed format I've played to date. So this Pippit Hustler is actually quick. So I'm going to play the Pippit Hustler out on my opponent's turn. And the reason to play it out on my opponent's turn as opposed to my turn is that I want this deny to be cheaper on their turn, because this costs 1 until end of... Alright, by playing it on their turn, I allowed them to deny my thing, which feels bad. That feels bad. There's a constructed format in any game that I didn't like. Yeah, Magic standard constructed formats have been really bad for, like, a while. The constructed format they finally have now is the first, like, reasonable one they've had in probably years. A year or more. Alright, let's play this Windsinger out and hope it sticks, I guess. They could have another deny here and kill us. It's a shame that wasn't a non-slow resource, because we can't actually deny to protect this, so if they have like a Transmogrifade or a Runebind or something like that here, we could be in trouble. So, Windsinger is kind of an obnoxious card if they don't have removal for it, and they have a Transmogrifade. That's unfortunate. Well, we spent $24 trying to play Magic Online today, so yes, we are done. That's my limit. My limit is spewing $24 in a sitting. So that ice kind of got us there. If the ice would have been a non-slow resource, we would have been able to deny that Transmogrifade and have a Windsinger in play here. Alright, well, the good news is we can play out a bunch of blockers here and then potentially draw a lot of cards next turn. So all of these cards activate what's called the Prophecy mechanic, which they add lines of text to future cards in our deck to let them draw additional cards, which is, you know, I like drawing cards, so maybe we could snowball our way out of this game. Our opponents mostly run out of gas at this point. If they attack here with everything, we'll go trade, chump, chump, and then hopefully snowball through a bunch of cards to find some action here. We lost 6 matches in 2 hours, and we decided to stop playing. I decided to stop playing because losing 6 matches on Magic Online cost $24. Alright, there's the first one, please. Oh, and another shard, so we're dead. Man, this is not our day for anything, are we? The good news is, Hex's competitive constructed ladder is free to play. So, if I lose 6 matches on here, it's not really a big deal. Alright, so reserving... don't know actually what I want to cut. I feel like I want an extra Into the Unknown, like taking their Dark Hearts and Animuses off the table seems valuable. What's the best Hex format in my opinion? I'm going to dive in. The best deck in Hex format in my opinion with the Mono Diamond, Ruby, Sapphire, Bombus, which is better. I'm not actually sure between those two decks. I think the best deck in this current constructed format is probably Sapphire Diamond Control. Yeah, and it's much better off having one of those days where it's not costing us, you know, $4 a match to have one of those days. Just get to hang out. There's a lot less. I feel a lot less upset when I lose in Hex because all I'm doing is losing some rank that I can get back later as opposed to like literally watching dollars drain out of my bank account. It's fine. I mean, if you run really well, like, if you 4-1 a league that you paid $12 to play, you get plus $20. So, like, there's definitely reward for the risk if you're willing to take it. It's just, like, it makes days where, like, you're having a bad day feel exceptionally bad. What matchup would you choose to go second in this game? Much like Magic, choosing second is largely a disadvantage, and you should probably never do it. And, like, don't get me wrong, like, I've been, especially with, like, the challenge events on Magic Online, like, Magic Online has large constructed tournaments every weekend. I've been cashing out, like, $200 a month playing Magic Online. So, like, I am definitely up money playing Magic Online. But, like, as far as the tilt factor goes, like, you know, like, I'm up $200 a month. Like, I lost 10% of that this morning trying to play 2 decks on Magic Online. So this card, every time it readies, they get to draw a socketed card. Looking for like a Transmogrifade here or an Into the Unknown. Look at that. Ask and you shall receive. Transmogrifade this dork. And then we drew it Into the Unknown. Sweet. I'll take another Into the Unknown. I'm going to play this out for a Sapphire. And then I'm going to go ahead and activate my Champion Power and shuffle these 2 cards back into my deck. I'm leaving this Thunderfield Seer back because if they attack with this, I want to be able to trade with it. Exclamation point emote does not still work. I took that off. How easy to start playing Fex? I have fair experience with TCG. It's not exactly a ton of spare cash if you need to buy stuff to be competitive. So, check out these 2 articles. First is the How to Hex. If you come from Magic, the biggest difference is learning the resource system, and that comes fairly easily. Like every modern digital TCG, there's a completely free-to-play aspect if you don't want to spend any money in the game to get started. There you can also, what's the word I'm looking for? Budget Hex. There is a $15 aggro deck on my Budget Hex article here that is reasonable and competitive on the ladder. And the ladder is free to play. So you could pick that up and just start grinding the ladder for prizes. And you can see here, this Brown Fox Scout has revealed itself on top of my deck. I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 back into my deck with my Champion Power. And then I'm going to go ahead and attack with these 2. And the first thing I always recommend to people to try the game is, like, I'm mostly a competitive person, but I probably spent 2 or 3 hours playing the free-to-play PvE side before I spent any money on Hex. So, like, I wanted to get a feel for the mechanics of the game and stuff like that and make sure I actually enjoyed the actual mechanics of the game before I put any money in. And then, again, unlike something like Eternal or Hearthstone, you can actually cash your things back out of this game. So, like, if you're not sure or like you buy a deck, you can like sell that deck for something else or just sell it back to a store or other players for cash. I'm going to go ahead and play this Brown Fox Scout out here before blocks. And let's go ahead and block. My Thunderfield Seer is going to trade with this. And my Brown Fox Scout is going to eat this. Yeah, honestly, the biggest thing that sends me back to Magic consistently is the amount of large tournaments. So Hex has an invite cash tournament every other month for constructed that you can earn rewards to get it, that you can play to get into. But outside of that, they don't have a ton of constructed tournaments right now. The ladder is free to play, and you can play that constantly. So that's mostly what I play, but I can't play it for large prizes. And as a competitive player, hopefully they're going to be gearing that up. They have a what's the word I'm looking for? We have a limited tournament that happens every Sunday, so I'm assuming they plan to add constructed tournaments every weekend at some point, but no ETA on when that's happening just yet. Like, I probably actually spend more time playing Hex than playing Magic, because, like, I enjoy the mechanics of this game more, so I would love to be able to play tournaments in this game consistently like we do in Magic. There's a Dark Heart. We're going to Into the Unknown that. Let's go ahead and do this, and then shuffle some troops from my discard pile back into my deck. Arcane Focus and Thunderfield Seer. Yeah, I could sack the Lackey on my turn to it, but, like, I'm probably going to get to block with this at some point anyways, and I'd like to be resource efficient there. Yeah, that would be sweet. Could you imagine if you just got, like, a free Fate Weave on the draw? That would be a sweet balancing mechanic. Alright, I'm going to Into the Unknown that one, and then keep attacking here. Actually, I might just... Nah, I'm going to Into the Unknown it. Get rid of all the Mad Robomancers out of their deck. This card's kind of obnoxious. Whenever they play an action, they create a replica of this in their hand. So, I want to just Into the Unknown it to get rid of all of them, I think. I suppose they could have a deny here. Yeah, actually, I'm going to Pippit Hustler this because they could have a deny. And if they deny this, I don't have a way to stop their Robomancer chain. Ooh, they have a Runebind. Okay. So now they have another Mad Robomancer in their hand, but when I Into the Unknown them, it's going to get rid of that Mad Robomancer. Oh, that doesn't work out for me, right? Oh, I can respond to this. Okay. Hey, Enemy with the second month Twitch Prime subscription. Thank you very much for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Stupid interaction. Stupid opponents, and you're interacting with my stuff on the chain. Why can't this be one of those silly CCGs where they can't respond to stuff? Oh, they're bringing their... That's sweet, so they get a couple of blockers here. Seems decent. Get to Fate Weave again. So their champion power for 4 charges brings a troop with cost 2 from their discard pile back to their hand. So that's what they did. There is a video replay of that halt. It's on the last Sapphire Bloodstorm archive, I believe. Escalate deck I was playing. I'm going to go ahead and attack with these to get started here. I think if they double block this, I'm going to try and Pippit Hustler the Depth Crawler. Probably going to put, like, Depth Crawler plus something else on here. And if I Pippit Hustler this Depth Crawler, at the very least, I'm trading. Best case, I could turn it into a Polyberry Berry Pouch, and then it dies. Hey, Layoff. Opponent's got a lot of cards in hand here, but, like, we've activated Wintermoon a number of times. Wait, why did we put... Okay, sure. Invigorating Breeze. Alright, so that goes there. And now I'm going to Pippit Hustler this before damage happens. And now we'll activate our champion power. And if we're really lucky, this Brown Fox Scout will get put in exactly on top of our decks. That way we can play it this turn. Yeah, hex.tcgbrowser.com. It's a third-party website that has all the cards listed on it with reasonable search engines. They have a lot of cards here, but we're ahead on board. Oh, God. This was a dark heart? Yep. Alrighty. Alrighty. I guess the first time we can't attack into that. Yep. Alright, so it looks like they're stabilizing. Thankfully, Wintermoon gives us some kind of unbeatable late game in terms of, like, all the cards that are in our deck that have extra draws on them. So hopefully we're able to snowball here a little bit. That's prophesized. Alright, yeah, I'm just going to go ahead. This costs 6. So I'm going to do this for 4. This puts this back into my opponent's hand and makes it cost 4 more. So this is going to cost them 10 if they want to replay it. Attack for 6. And this Transmogrifade draws 2 cards. I'm going to go ahead and try it. Nah, I'm going to wait. They could play something scarier out. Because this was prophesized earlier, and then we shuffled it back into our deck with Wintermoon. So it kept the prophecy action text on it, and then it got another line of draw from Wintermoon. Yep, these Shard Swarms are, like, blocking indefinitely, but, like, we're just slowly beating them down with these, these Pippit Hustlers. They don't play anything else out scary here. And Dingle Whiz, yep. So Dingle Whiz, again, this used to be a Mad Robomancer. Transform target troop in your hand into a Dingler and put it into play. It becomes miserable and gets at the start of your turn, revert this. Oh, they're upgrading their Dingle Whiz. Sure. I'm going to go ahead and Transmogrifade this nerd, turn it back into... Oh, no! Oh, no, the Sapphire Infusion device. Oh, I should have done this post-combat, because I could give them a speed troop here. Did not give them a speed troop, God bless. Ooh, that's very good, because it is flying. So, Cyclone Shaper has a mechanic called Empower. Normally, this is a 2-3 flight for 3, but if I empower it, it doubles every number on the card, and now this is a 4-6 flight for 6. Go ahead and play out my Empowered Dorko here. Play out my Ice, which lets me Fate Weave, so I guarantee there's going to be a non-resource on top of my deck. Ooh! Ooh, we Fate Weaved a Brown Fox Scout to the top of my deck. That's hot. I like it. I like it. That's like a combo. The Fate Weave actually just, like, legit drew a card. Oh no, they replayed the Drew's Unlenting Fish. Is that wine-themed deck still a thing anymore? Not currently. We could rebuild it. If we rebuild it, they will come. So I'm going to put this one and this one back in my deck. So now when we draw that Transmogrifade, it's going to draw 3 cards next time. Okay, put my opponent down to 1. They're dead to this Flying Dork. Free block, draw a card. They can exhaust their other 3 things to ready that, right? I'm just dead to this in the air, though, because they didn't do that. That was one we Wintermoon back in earlier, so it drew a card. Runebind, rude. I think I'm gonna Pippit Hustler this. Maybe I'll Pippit Hustler it in response to a removal spell. That's pretty good. I guess I could just Hustler that one. Yeah. Go ahead and hustle this Nigan Lapidary. Yeah, have a random one drop. Ooh. Aww. You say the biggest rivalry? I don't know what you mean. Like between players? Like players that dislike each other or what? So they have to chump block a bunch here. They are at 1, so every troop we have is lethal here. This Weave into nothing draws a card, so we want to make sure we play this Brown Fox Scout before we play this Weave. Although I guess it Fate Weaves before it draws, right? So that means we can technically wait on that. Metronomies versus the leaderboard is the biggest rivalry, right? Alright, they should just be dead here with this Weave in our hand. No, nothing in Hex shuffles. So because Hex, the only reason paper TCGs shuffle as much as they do is because you have to prevent cheating whenever you manipulate the deck. But in Hex, because it's digital, the computer just handles and makes sure that no one's cheating. 94. Ooh, I'm getting close to promo Dark Hearts, right? Promo Dark Hearts are like 96, 97, 98, 99 or something. $97 to 100, getting close. I think this hand's okay. It's a little expensive and clunky, but Into the Unknown has, and then we get like some hard counters here. A Sentry hand, this is gonna be pretty bad against, because we're on the draw, and like that lets them accelerate things out faster. Wow, they can turn 2 Animus off of this, right? Just a Grimskull Tactician. God bless. That means they don't have an Animus. Another Into the Unknown. Okay. Correct, yeah. If you Wintermoon, and one of the 2 cards you Wintermoon is, well, they drew Animus, is randomly placed, or they just wanted to get a trigger out of it right away. That's fair, too. Here, dude. Yeah, this hand's just going to be much too slow on the draw. Need to the Into the Unknown this now, so that way they stop pumping all of their things. No, yeah, these colors, much like blue and green in Magic, we're actually not playing Dread End. Dread End would be a sweeper style effect, but we're not playing that card. And this card's just going to bury us in the ground. Once per turn, when they play a socketed card, they get to draw a card. So basically, all of their socketed troops can trip. We're just, like, dead in 2 anyways here, so... yeah, let's pick it up, pick it in. Alright, 0-7 in matches played today. Perfect, just like we drew it up. Roll right on in from Magic into Hex. Never, hashtag never winning. I don't know how much more abuse I can take. If we lose 2 more, we might just call it a day. They don't cost me money to lose matches here, at least, but I only have so much abuse I can take. It's not going to cost us another $12 to 0-3 here at the very least. Yeah, I need to talk to Cruisington about setting up a local host for that bot for myself. His computer seems to be off quite a bit. This hand might have been a little bit medium to keep. Having Brown Fox Scouts in our opening hand kind of sucks because it means we can't actually just draw them off the top. Alright, no Lord Blightbark on 2 at least. The good news is, we can't accidentally draw the 4th Brown Fox Scout, because we'll be able to play it off the top of our deck. The Rune Ears in the board. So I'm playing someone else's deck list card for card. This is not my own deck list. I assume the Rune Ears are in the sideboard for the, what's it called matchup? For matches that have Lanupaw sight, and we put the berry gem in them. I think I just want to play this out. We could, like, bluff a deny here, but, like, they're probably just going to play into it anyways. We can Pippit Hustler whatever threat they play out next turn. Unfortunately, Lord Blightbark is going to let them trigger their Death Cries on whatever they play out. So this gives them Death Cries as deploys as well, which is really powerful. So if they have like... Oh my god! What? Are we being ghosted? Why would you kill Brown Fox Scout there instead of Cyclone Shaper if you don't know? Anyone? Can anyone... That's like 10 out of 10 a stream snipe, right? Obviously, they could just, like, make a bet. Like, what is the incentive to have taken... I'm going to Pippit Hustler now. So that way they don't get their Death Cries. Yeah, this is a bigger threat. 10 out of 10 out of 10. So, unless you know that your Hero Fall is going to take 2 cards out of my hand, yeah. Is it my opponent, hope you are enjoying the stream with a little heart after it? Sure. Why not? these two back into my deck. I probably want the Pippit Hustler, actually, right? I probably should have... I should have put these back into my deck before casting the Lanupaw Sight here. That was a mistake on my part. Small mistake. So, if I wasn't going to put the Lanupaw Sight back in, I should have champ powered first. Because, like, that Brown Fox out and that Pippit Hustler could be placed on my deck above where the sighted troop went in. Cyclone Shaper Windsinger Deny is kind of sweet, because it lets you play Windsinger on 6, and then deny the removal spell on it, which is sweet. I'm just going to go ahead and deny this here, because I want to draw a card. Which might be loose. They might have a better threat to follow up with. Punished. Okay. Maybe there's a chance. I can jump this turn. I can Into the Unknown, Lady Violet, Blightbark. They got a resource back from their discard pile. If we get a non-slow shard, we could stick a Windsinger next turn. I'm gonna go ahead and declare blockers first. This deck doesn't have any sweepers. When it gets behind, it just stays behind. That is a slow shard, so we need to draw a non-slow shard here, ideally. Hopefully, Into the Unknown doesn't give them anything too scary with the Lady Violet Blightbark. Some trigger a death cry on demand. Let's play this. Put my Shard Instinct out. I can grab the Drunken Hooligan back here. Yep. If we would have gotten this down this turn, we would have gotten to draw 2 cards from that, so... And we probably would have run away with this game, honestly. Even after getting a little bit of Sniper Runied. Opponent messed up here. Opponent should have... They missed lethal, right? They could have sacrificed this, gotten the Croc back with this. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Yeah, opponent missed lethal here. We could have potentially had something to interact with them, but like if we didn't have anything, they could have killed us here. No, I don't know anything in particular. They've just, like, made good decisions historically speaking. Where's your spoon? You want more peanut butter? You need your spoon. Hex is just good. Unlike Wizards of the Coast, Hex is just, like, good at making decisions, historically speaking, so. Paw, Yazucat, sure. Kill my Cyclone Shaper. Look, you got your spoon. Now you get some peanut butter. We're probably still dead here because we missed on the Windsinger for a turn, but yeah, we'll take a couple draws here, see what happens. Alright, let's deny. We could draw, like, an Into the Unknown. So, Windsinger gives us our resources back on our opponent's turn, and it lets us draw a card whenever they draw a card. Hopefully they try and kill us, we get to deny them and draw 2 cards. I would love to activate this ability. That's a Lanupaw site that doesn't do anything. So our out here is they cast a spell instead of just attacking for lethal. God bless us, everyone. Oh, wait. I should just let this resolve, right? Yeah, I should have let this resolve. I'd draw cards off this, too. Oh, I drew a Hierophant for the turn. Yeah, I should have let that resolve because the draw trigger on that would trigger my Windsinger. Yep, 10 out of 10 should let that resolve. I feel like we don't have a lot of sideboard for this matchup. We should have, like, trim extra copies of things so we're a little bit less weak to Hero Fall. Seems fine. No, you can't really hide your hand in Hex effectively because there's the draw animation. So, it's fine. Getting ghosted is part of the territory. It's not like we're losing money. If winning a ranked ladder match is so important to someone that they need to ghost, that's fine. They can have it. There's a reason why I don't stream the cash tournaments in Hex. Like, getting ghosted in those is miserable and I'd feel bad. But, like, this is whatever. I'm going to play way more than enough Hex that, like, losing a random match here isn't going to matter ultimately in the long term for me. Just comes with the territory. Brown Fox Scout here. We have a Weave into nothing, thankfully. This deck actually plays 8 3-cost counters, which is pretty good. I have a lot of them. And then we get to deep freeze our opponent's troops back to the Stone Age, hopefully. There's like no way they're blocking here, right? Yeah. See if they want to run something into this Weave into nothing or not. We're basically obligated to counter anything with Deathcry here. Rune Ear, Crusader, Blightbark, Paladin included. Huh. I guess I could just deep freeze this in response. Yeah, I'm going to do that, actually. And I'm going to attack with this because they want to trade here. They don't get value off this trigger. They just traded 1 for 1. And then I get to champ power my Brown Fox Scout back into my deck. And they want to play that Lord Blightbark back out. It's going to cost them 4 since I deep freezed it for 2. This costs at least 1, but for every extra resource you pay into it, it makes their troop cost 1 more. Yeah, I think I'm just going to weave that. This is our threat. I'm just going to, like, write it. Random non-resource on top of my deck. Sure, even Eager Lackey. Alright, you're losing this race. The unknown is decent. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna Into the Unknown that and get rid of all of their rabbits. Just be resource efficient here. My Brown Fox Scout tempo deck. This is all I want to do. I just want to play my 3-2 on 2 and then like counter and kill all of their things for the rest of the game. And at some point, they're going to be almost dead and be like, man, you know what I should have done with this Blightbark Paladin? I should have traded it for their Brown Fox Scout on turn 2. That's what should have happened. Make our opponent just, like, question all of their decisions. Yeah, man, you got a Lord Blightbark. Good deal. Good beat. Yeah. Let's, put him on ice again. Discard a card. Wouldn't be surprised if they discard their 7-cost Lord Blightbark. Whoa! Had a worse card than 7-cost Lord Blightbark. That's saying something. We only need double Sapphire, double Wild, so I'm gonna get a diamond with this just because. And it's not literally Delver. If this thing flew, it would be like, this is already my favorite card in Hex, and like, I would love it even more if it flew. Yeah, we did Into the Unknown something. That's that was Rune Ear Hierophant. But we weave that into nothing. Yeah, look at that. Finally gonna block, huh? Finally gonna block, huh? Weird. It's almost like you should have done that on turn 3 when I attacked. Denied. We need to hit one of our Wintermoon cards so we can start generating some actual card advantage. Here's the problem. Is that a Wintermoon card? It's not. There's a threat at least. It's kind of card advantage. And, like, this deck doesn't actually have that much card draw in it, so, like, not hitting card draw isn't completely unreasonable. I have put exactly 0 thought into the cards I am playing in this deck. This is someone else's deck list, card for card, all 75 cards. Hero Fall? Feels like Hero Fall. Rock Cash, sure. I'd have gotten over it if we Wintermoon the Brown Fox something to the top, because it meant we were drawing a Wintermoon card next turn, which would be good for us. If I eat a family-sized pizza alone, am I a family guy, right? Yeah, the important questions we ask ourselves. What you got, drunken hooligan? You ready to get hustled? Ready to get hustled? Roll the dice! Have a 3-4. Ooh. Ooh, brown fox scout. Maybe I'm not supposed to board out the Windsinger. We want this one to resolve because they could sacrifice a trooper and return it to their hand, so we want to Transmogrifade this one. Oh my god, that just happened. We should stop playing today, right? We should be done. Kid never actually win a game. Win a match. Just like... Alright, so this card, at the beginning of every one of their turns, they draw the top card of our deck. Damn it, Bobby. I suppose we could draw another Pippit Hustler. I suppose we could draw Pippit Hustler. And Pippit Hustler, the Journey to No Nightmare. There's a lot of crappy 5s, Ace. Transmogging 6s is only risky if, like, you don't have things on the board to contain whatever, like, draft chase troop they get. Like, they get a random, like, 4-5 and, like, you can't beat it. So we got punished for transmogging there and not transmogging when they went back to their turn. I'd rather they have Lanupaw gang the Journey, 10 out of 10. Alright, let's not do that. Please don't. Please stop. No, non-zero chance this could steal the game in the air. Non-zero chance. Why did I deny? Because I didn't want him to have a... I didn't want him to put an Underworld Crusader into play. Alright, that's a Gargolith, but that doesn't block flying creatures. Here you go, buddy. Oh, I don't have 2 resources. Alright, let's put a stop on my turn before we mess this up and hate myself. Let's Fate Weave a Shard to the top of my deck. Let's Fate Weave a Shard to the top of my deck, and then hopefully these Wintermoon cards don't go on top of the Shard. I just Fate Weave to the top of my deck. That's the hope, at least. Maybe my Cyclone Shaper? Oh, damn it, Bobby. There's so many bad cards for them to hit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like 5 bad cards in 12 they could have hit. Oh. Oh, and that gives them a paw if you can trigger to kill my empowered Cyclone Shaper. Wait, what? Did it not? Oh, we countered it, so it didn't get the scrounge text. Sure. So opponent messed up there. They thought it had the scrounge text. You want pretzels? You want these? Double block here, take 7. And this is like, I wonder if my opponent, yep. Oh, everything's still doubled. I wonder if Wintermoon's actually better than just playing Dreaming Fox with this deck. Because, like, this game's a great example of, like, I'd be better off this game if I had 2 extra cards in my hand. Like, I haven't actually hit a Wintermoon card. Like, this game's gone till turn 9, and I've never drawn a Wintermoon card. So, like, my champion power hasn't actually generated any card advantage for me. So it's like, should I just have 4 more life and a guaranteed 2 extra cards when turn 7 rolls around? Like, the aggressive matchup probably gets, like, significantly better when I have 4 more life, right? Sure, that's not a reason to play it though. It's a way cooler mechanic. You just crumpled all those pretzels up. You're not having more of them. Sorry. You just crumpled them all up and threw them on the ground. I'm not handing you a new one. Alright, well, the good news is we get into the unknown that. That's a deep freeze. Okay. Yep, sure, you have a Fentio. If you're a sub and the deck is sweet enough, we'll 10 out of 10 just play whatever you want me to play here. If it's reasonable. Like the Tri-Shard Candles deck was something Storo built. It seemed sweet, so we played it. I assume he's attacking with Gargolith here. Have to block. Yeah, I agree, Klutz. On a scale of 1 to dead, we're likely dead here. I would love to draw a card. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you. Thank you for letting me draw cards. Okay, we got another blocker for the Gargolith. That's good. It's a good step in the right direction. I'm going to play this non-empowered. Actually, I should have played it empowered because I could have double blocked here. Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to empower it so I can double there. Well, let me draw a few more cards. Yep, I have some Tarantula eggs. At some point, these Tarantula eggs are going to catch up to us too. I would love to draw a card. All right, we're going to lose one more match, and then I'm going to call it a day. 0-9 is my threshold for matches. Do, 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 do. I'll go first. Seems fine. Hopefully our opponent's not playing the Storm deck. The Storm deck. We played a Prophecy plus Escalate deck on stream. Any set 7 must buys. Ice. A lot of the good set 7 cards are actually commons and uncommons. Let's go ahead and use this to stack a non-resource on top of my deck, and then I'm going to go ahead and... Oh no! Oh no, look at the horrible mistake we've made! We've summoned a Brown Fox Scout to the top of our deck, but we don't have a Wild Threshold to play it. That's so sad. What a sad day. What a sad day. Womp womp. Oh, Brown Fox Scout. Oh, Brown Fox Scout. I'm just going to attack here for 1. We'll probably play the Brown Fox Scout out on their turn. It's kind of weird to me that there's no Psychic Ascension in the 75 of this deck list. That also seems like an oversight. Into the Unknowning, my Brown Fox Scout. Sure, deal. Yeah, puts extra cards from my crypt back into my hand so I can pick focuses and stuff back up. Oh, that's a bug. Can I play this? Oh, that's a bug. What a cute bug. So, this let me play it off the top of my deck because it was Brown Fox Scout. My opponent into the unknown are Brown Fox Scouts. And then we were still able to... That needs to be... You are not wrong. My Brown Fox Scout evolved into an all-use-spec Lanupaw. This gives all my troops in all zones +1/+1 every time I play an action, so yeah. Oh no! I'll keep my eye specs, please. Hold on 1 second, I have to slay a troll on the internet. Pixar didn't happen. I'll link the tweet here in a second. Look, I was just confirming that that was how it worked. It flipped itself over. I wanted to make sure we could actually cast it. Man, my Pippit Hustler's bigger too? Huh. Yeah, I'm just gonna Into the Unknown this, I think. I think I'm gonna sacrifice the all-use specs here, as opposed to this. Nah, I'm just gonna sacrifice this and then Pippit Hustler it. Every day we hustlin', hustlin', hustlin'. Every day we hustlin', hustlin', hustlin'. Oh, I can put my Mysterious Rune back into my deck. God bless. God bless us, everyone. You get nothing! Oh look, another all-use specs of Lanupaw. I wonder if it's quick. I'm gonna try and play it during my ready step and see if it's still quick. You know, for bug testing's sake. Alright, it's not quick. Got it. Oh, look! Give all my troops +2/+2. Do you think my opponent will ever Into the Unknown a Brown Fox out ever again as long as they live? As long as they live, will they ever Into the Unknown a Brown Fox out again? Brown Fox Scout is clearly the win con. Yep, letting them into the unknown it. Alright, so Runebind is great. Into the unknown is great. I think... Is Rune Ear with the Milgem good? Rune Ear with the Milgem has to be good, right? Hacky Channel! Been slaying with us for 15 months. Welcome back. Thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. Doesn't this make you want to put actual ice tracks? Like a Fun of could be fine. Yeah, maybe. So I think I want Lunacy in here. Just into the unknown or on Brown Fox Scout, right? And then we play a resource that gets bigger. It seems fine. Man, what do I want to cut? I feel like I want all of these cards. Maybe I don't want the Transmogrifades. Got a Cyclone Shaper, maybe. Seems reasonable against a control deck. We get to go Thunderfield Seer to Brown Fox Scout. Hopefully something horrible doesn't happen to it, like them into the unknowning it. Oh wait, that would be aces. That's just like the saddest thing ever. Just like the Brown Fox Scout on top that we can't cast. What a kick in the dick. This jar of peanut butter's almost gone, bud. I'm scraping the edges here. I will not be playing in Lens. I'm playing a local team event this weekend. Just a little 3-2 that could. 15 months later, and you're still this bad at TCGs. Thanks for the money, Klutz. I appreciate it. Look at you. You're literally feeding my children. You're the best. -1 cost. Huh. That's interesting. That seems neat. 2 mana Rune Ear Hierophants. Yeah, I'm supposed to hold something up to bluff this turn. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to hold up Into the Unknown for their 4-cost Dark Heart, but that's fine. Like, I'll just, like, sack this and then Into the Unknown on my turn. -1 cost and Deathcry Blossom. I think Deathcry Blossom depends on the matchup. Ooh, -1 cost and Deathcry Blossom's really good against aggressive decks, right? That's sweet. I didn't think about that. I think in these controlling matchups, I definitely want the Milgem in my Rune Ear, though, for the minor. -1 cost seems sweet for getting it in under their answers, and like it doesn't die to Darkheart. But a 2 cost that makes a 1/1 when it dies, it's just like, it's like a strictly better, whatever that uncommon is, right, basically? See, opponent learned. They're transmogging. They're transmogging our Brown Fox Scouts this time around instead of Into the Unknowning them. Ultha! You should feel bad for playing Brown Fox Scout from the hand. We can and do, in fact, feel bad. Welcome back, and thank you for the continued support. I do appreciate it. I'm just going to jam this. This feels bad if they counter it, but I can just Wintermoon it back into my deck. So, like, it's kind of... Oh, that's so good. They didn't have a counter. When they don't have a counter, it's great. So great. Play a Prophesized Arcane Focus. Grab a Prophesized Resource. Get to put these prophesized cards back into my deck with my Wintermoon. I just copy and pasted Metro's list from the weekly that he did well in. Yeah, that's fine. I guess we'll find out if they have a Runebind here or not. Sacrifice my Badger. It's Rune Ear. I'm going to focus here first so we can hit Runebind. And now Runebind means we can Into the Unknown this with backup. Because they could have a Runebind of their own here. Gosh, I always feel like a powerful wizard. I always feel like a powerful wizard when you're like, this is why we're doing this thing, because this other thing could happen, and then that other thing happens verbatim. Alright, let's put Focus and Runebind back in my deck. I don't really need more Into the Unknowns now that the Dark Arts are gone. It messes up Fate Weave, and also, like, as these games go long, sometimes decking becomes a real thing. Wait. Did that just Runebind itself? You can Runebind targeting Runebind? Is that a bug? No, I guess, like, you target... How does that work? Fine putting the Badger back into my deck because there's a non-zero chance we draw it and then a cantrip, so, you know. They can have Transmog or Runebind here. If they don't, we're going to be in a great spot. Oh, baby, I would love to draw a card when you draw a card. So not only does this give me my resources back on my opponent's turn, but whenever they draw a card, we draw a card. I will keep my Windsinger. And they didn't activate their champion power because it would let us draw 2 cards as well. We hit a deny, which probably means we're going to win the game. And a weave into nothing. Yeah, this game should pretty much be locked up at this point. To mill some cards off of their deck. What if, instead of Into the Unknowning my Windsinger, we didn't? What if just no? Oh, baby, this is my favorite. When they draw cards to dig to an answer, but digging for their answer gives me more answers to their answers. Oh, yeah. Ah, inject the cards right in my veins. Ah, that's all I need out of life. Yep, that's... Oh, that draws a card too. I would love to draw a Hex card. Thank you. Don't mind if it does. What's the best way in Hex to start building a collection or start earning gold to plant? I don't mind investing some money up front. I would recommend picking up any of the decks on here. If you're an OK TCG player, are very reasonable for grinding you all the way to Cosmic and Constructed. So I would recommend picking up one of those and just making sure you hit Cosmic and Constructed every season, earning all those ladder prizes as you go. That'll get you enough booster packs and gold that you can turn into Platinum to play a couple of limited events to help grow your collection as well. And while you do all of that, you're also going to earn Accountant experience. I'm going to play one more match here since we finally won one, and then we're going to wrap up for the morning. Thank you everyone for hanging out. I do appreciate it. Got to feed the kids lunch here in a bit. Play Storm so I can figure out how you win. I want to play at least one more match with this deck. I feel like I made a couple of mistakes and got a little bit unlucky in the first two that we lost. Hey, Tar, catch us right at the tail end here. And remember, we'll have an archive up on the YouTube. We've been playing for about an hour and a half of Hex at least, so we played a couple hours of Magic before that. So I've been away from Hex, and I currently have the old blue-red Ragefire Prophecy deck built. What do you think would be the best transition of that deck into the current standard? Probably one of the Bombus variations that I have detailed in... that I believe that had Well of Innovation in it, right? So if you have Well of Innovations already, the Bombus deck you could build with a better resource base than the one I have recommended even. Got an Arcane Focus here. I think I'll just take Hustlers. Hustlers can transform any card, right? This is a constant too? Yeah. Random non-resource. Sorry for the frame drops. Comcast is having a day. Pippit is a remarkably satisfying name to say. Just gotta hustle them a little bit sometimes. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Yellow Hat with the auto host. Welcome to folks coming over from the Steve stream. Per usual, you're catching us during the Hexy portion of my Thursday stream. Yeah, they have the Twilight Archon. So the Twilight Archon is a 5/5 life drain flight that you can play for free if you have Daybreak and Nightfall in play. Take another 3 here. What's the idea behind this deck? This is a Sapphire Wild Wintermoon. It's kind of like a tempo deck. I don't know if I'd classify it as strictly a tempo deck. Metronomy's been doing well with it in the 5 shard weeklies, so it seems like it might have something to it, but kind of having mediocre results with it today. I think I just want to transmog this. If I bounce it, they just get to replay it for free. Random 1-3, God bless. And I'm going to go ahead and bounce this back to their hand as well, so we don't get attacked by it this turn. It also draws a card. And I'm going to go ahead and put these 2 back into my deck here with my champion power. Opponent does have to jump through some hoops. Like, their champion power makes this day breaks. Their champion power is a little bit weak. And, like, Nightfall is a card they actually have to play. So, like, there's some deck building concessions to getting the free 5/5 flyer on turn 3. What does tempo mean in this context? So, tempo decks generally try to beat their opponent through resource efficiency as opposed to playing powerful cards and generating a ton of card advantage. So, like, cards like Deep Freeze are technically card disadvantage when we play them, right? Like, they're spending a card on our side to not take a card away from our opponents, just, like, setting them back resources so they have to replay something else out. Into a 1-3, right? Alright, there's a Windsinger. That's good for us, so... Next turn, we're probably going to hustle one of these Vespers inside of combat. And then block the other one, hopefully. So, broadly defined, tempo generally refers to a deck that's considered like an aggressive control deck. That's rude. I liked my Cyclone Shaper. That being said, this is a 3/3, so I'm going to get to hustle this Vesper and then eat the other Vesper. And then I'm probably going to use this just to gain a life here. So, hustle, eat there, jump there. We're taking 3 a turn here from these Nightfalls, which is pretty bad for us. I think we might actually need to Hustler and block, or Hustler before we pass to them to slow them down a little bit. Put these 2 back into my deck. I'm going to put a resource on top for this Windsinger. I'm going to go ahead and play this Hustler out and turn one of these Nightfalls into a random 0. Have a copycat. I'm going to leave these guys back because every point of life matters. We're getting 3 to these Nightfalls plus this. I don't actually have any way to gain life, so we're probably losing this game. We don't have any life gain in our main deck. Post board, we're probably going to bring in a couple of Harvest Moons just because. God, we're so dead. Yeah, we're actually just dead, right? Because they hit us for 2 down to 4 here, and then next turn they do that. Oh. That's a 5/5. Good beat. Alright, let's bring in Harvest Moon, and I agree, Deep Freeze seems like poop. Do I want this Runebind? What would be its magic counterpart? Opponent's deck is a constants-based deck. It's a synergy-based mid-range control deck. Based around the card Twilight Eclipse. I think this is fine. I just want a couple of Harvest Moons to gain life, so when we get in situations like that we did last game, we can have a way out of it. I guess that's fair. Trim like a Shaper. Yeah, I don't actually know if Shaper's good. We do need some extra Kyotls to make the resources consistent. I like the cute idea behind Shaper in that, like, you get to go Shaper into Windsinger with Deny Up. Like, that's adorable, and it seems powerful, kinda. But yeah, the more I play this deck, I'm pretty sure this deck is just, like, a worse version of Sapphire Diamond Control. It's, like, doing some kind of cute things, and, like, occasionally it has, like, aggressive draws, but, like, people are playing it, and it's putting up results. Like, not every deck has to be optimal to, you know, win games. Alright, Dad's just got to lose one more game here, Declan. And then we're going to go upstairs and get you some actual ones instead of just these spoonfuls of peanut butter. Or my opponent could board in Brittle Rhyme Claws and I could possibly have a chance. Yeah, I agree. I like Typhoon Sky Shaper. I agree, Bob. I agree. I'm just, like, trying to look at the angle of, like, where this could possibly be better, and I feels like it just doesn't exist. Alright, so this can one time give itself invincible, so I'm just going to go ahead and use that up here. Why wouldn't you give it invincible? I don't even know if it's that good in the Sapphire matchup. Like, you don't have Psychic Ascension. Like, I don't know that Wintermoon is actually better than Psychic Ascension. You get my Arcane Focus. Alright, well, I guess we'll play this out as well. So, we actually had someone into the unknown. Our Brown Fox got into all you specs of Lanupaw 2 games ago, and it was really good. So maybe one or two of those could be fine. I don't think that's a card you want more than two of, but like one's probably sweet. Yeah, Into the Unknowning multi-shard cards in general is pretty loose. Oh, and even prophesized. God bless. We have a deny here. Is deny also prophesized? It is not. I'm just going to go ahead and attack for 5 here. I feel like we need to pressure my opponent. Just bring them down to 10 effectively. I wish this card can't deal with was literally anything else. Oh my god, I was reading chat and I pressed my hotkey. I was reading chat and I pressed my hotkey. That's the best card in their deck. Why didn't he deny the best card in their deck, they ask? Because he pressed his hotkey, ladies and gentlemen. He pressed his hotkey and he died. We're gonna die to this Twilight Eclipse we could have countered. Woo! Hex is fun. I'm an idiot. TCGs are great. Oh, right. Yeah, I mean, I guess I'll deny that. Non-slow shard. Alright, deal. Every day we hustling. Every day we hustling. It's so good that this thing hits constants. It's like unbelievably good that this thing hits constants. Oh, and we gained 4 life. God bless. Deliver us, Windsinger! Look, Burgle, it's fine. We've got this, Burgle. It's cool. It's not even just Transmogrifade because it hits any card. Hits any card. So like we were able to just hustle their Twilight Eclipse into these Merry Minstrels. Transmogrifade only hits troops. Shard! That is technically what I asked for. That is technically what I asked for. Alright, better late Windsinger than never Windsinger. Death Chant is fine. I agree that we want to save this to protect the Windsinger at this point. They got back the Brittle Rhyme Claw instead of the Radiant position. Sure. Ooh, baby! That's exactly what I wanted for Christmas. Another deny. Witness the power of Windsinger plus Interrupt. So Windsinger lets us draw cards when they draw cards, and on their turn we get our resources back. Oh, that's cute. You have removal. It would be a shame if someone were to deny your Nightfall. Nightfall, Dark of Night denied. The number of games I've lost in which Windsinger's drawn 2 or more cards are very low. Probably one hand countable low. We are kind of in gridlock here. Like, we really don't have a good way to go over the top of them, do we? We need to draw, like, more removal for these Dorkos. I guess if we find, like, Transmog or another Pippit Hustler, we can get rid of this Vesper. I would love to draw a card when they draw a card. Oh! Oh, another Interrupt. Is that good? Stop it. I said no. said don't do that, opponent. It makes me very upset when you do that. To draw cards until they get bored. I like how we're literally just like, poke you for 2. Alright. Alright, gain 2, go. There's my Hustler. Yeah, that's fine. I'm just gonna hustle that, I think. Oh, that let them trigger the death chant. Trigger. Oh, jeez! We played a non-standard shard, so this dealt 3 damage to us. Rude. Oh, that's true. Physician would draw both of us cards. What are we doing? What you got here, opponent? Yep, that's fine. Oh, wait, this void's a wild card, doesn't it? Oh, no. Oh, no, I just let that I've got another Windsinger. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. It's not a big deal. We got everything is under control. Don't panic, people. I said don't panic. All right, Vesper, take 5. Am I going to double here? Yeah, I'm just going to double here, actually. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Every day we're hustling, hustling, hustling. Alright. Want to buy Mass Polymorph Dingler. Exactly. That card that says when the game goes long, I beat your troop deck. Think I'm gonna wait on one more card to be in my crypt before I activate my champion power. Just gonna put my opponent back to 10 so they can go back up to 12 here in a second. Would love to draw a card because you drew a card. I would love to draw a card because you drew a card. I would love to draw a card because you drew a card. Oh, look, that's the prophesized one, and this one draws 3 cards. Oh, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, more Radiant Physicians. Deal. My opponent's board that we could probably never beat. Ah! Ah! There goes our flying power. Yep, that's, remember that time everything went exactly how we wanted it to go and we're probably gonna lose this game anyways? Pepperidge Farm remembers. Pepperidge Farm has a very vivid memory of this game going terribly sideways because there's no Psychic Ascension in our deck. At least we're gonna die with a handful of cards. Glass half full. We're gonna die with a smile on our face. Alright, well, let's do this before blocks. So we could see if we could draw a Pippit Hustler here. Transmogrifade. Alright, that's a good one to have. It's a good one to have. I'm gonna Transmogrifade this one, I think. Alright, and then this is going to eat here, this is going to eat here, this is going to trade here. And we'll take 6 down to 22. Into the Unknown Earth, Thunderfield Seer, into Ascension. No, we won a match. We won the last match, Klutz. Thank you very much. Ye of little faith. Alright, now that we have a second deny, we can start denying a little bit more liberally. Third deny. Alright, Brown Fox Scout. That's prophesized. Gain some life ski poos here. Put this and this back into my deck. Empower the Cyclone Shaper. Good news. When they attack with these, I get to double block this Twilight Archon. I would love to draw a card because they drew a card. I'd love to draw a card because they drew a card. No. Wait, are any of these prophesized? I feel like some of these should be prophesized. Oh, yeah. When you play this, draw a card. Into the unknown, huh? Sure. I'm just gonna let this happen because I have another Windsinger in my hand. Oh, right. It gives them a crapper back, though, too. It's unfortunate. Like, how unlosable would this game be if there was a Psychic Ascension to go wide with? Letting them kill my Windsinger here gives them marginally better attacks, which they're not going to leverage. So let's go double here, double here. So I'm going to lose 3 of my guys. They're going to lose 2 of those. These will have a 3 cost on the chain, so they wouldn't actually make copycats as a heads up. Just for a good rules thing to clarify. Yep, you get a Rhyme Claw. Alright, let's champ power the Hustler and the Brown Fox Scout back into our deck. Arcane Focus. I would love a Hustler. Because every day we hustling. Play this out, pass the turn. Might hustle this and try and kill it inside of combat. I was like, wait, how did that happen? They Withering Gazed us. It's like, that's a Arcane Focus in your deck. Weird. How do we end this game? When I figure it out, chat will be the first to know. I believe it involves double Cyclone Shaper, but I'm not 100%. We hustle everything into copycats. Real talk. Send him where he belongs, into the unknown. Eat 2 of their guys, take 5 here. If you pay really close attention, you'll notice that my opponent has... Oh, you actually can't see it. My opponent has 3 minutes less on their clock than we do, so that's also in condition. This one gains life and draws a card. There's a game plan shaping up here, people. There's a game plan. I'm saying there's a chance. I feel like I need to start attacking so we don't lose the game. We actually could make inroads on their life total here, because they're only gaining 2 and we're going to be attacking for 4 now. Degree of Banishing. Alright, gotta counter that one. In before we lose the Decade, right? Ooh, we put a Brown Fox Scout on top of our deck. That's my favorite. I don't think they have good attacks here. They definitely don't have good attacks with Brown Fox Scout and Pippit Hustler. We're gonna hustle the crap out of this Nightfall over here. You ready to get hustled, opponent? Oh, jeez, that draws cards too. I'd love to hustle this Nightfall. It turned into another Windsinger. I guess statistically that's pretty likely to happen, right? Should we try it again? Should we try an Into the Unknown, our own thing again here? Build your own Ayu specs of Lanupaw. Ooh, that's actually a good one. I'm gonna try it one more time here. I'm gonna try and build my own Ayu specs of Lanupaw. Dang it! Too many Windsingers. Our denies got cheaper. I think you should stop drawing cards. You're not my real dad. Don't tell me how to live my life. Stop drawing cards. What kind of stream do you think this is? Stop drawing cards. You must be new here. Oh. I'm hoping that they dogpile this Windsinger so I can play another one. That's what I'm hoping for. Yeah, dogpile the Windsinger. 10 out of 10. Happy to trade my 6-drop for your 1/1. Play this Windsinger. Oh wait, did he not actually kill my Windsinger? He didn't actually kill my Windsinger, did he? I just assumed that the block killed it. Who cares? Whee! Alright, we'll discard this other Windsinger and this one. We had to show dominance anyways. Yeah, exactly. So you understand. Yeah, for funsies. Oh no! Oh, Flufftail Cloud Killer's way better than a 4-6. That's so much better for us. Thank you, opponent. I appreciate you. I wasn't sure how we were going to win this game. Opponent figured it out for us. The old fluffle shuffle. Whole lot of fluffing going on. Do 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 do. It just has Skyguard. It doesn't have Steadfast. Sad. Sad. What a sad turn of events. Oh no! All of my troops died. Yeah, I think we're at the point where, like, we just want to try not to deck. And we're gonna hustle the crap out of this daybreak. No more life gain for you, Mr. Zimmers. Mr. Zimmers, how do you plead? Guilty to getting hustled. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, you want to turn this guy into an 8-8 for me? 8-drop? I'd love an 8-drop. Ooh. Ooh, resources denied. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. God, they'd be so dead if there was a Psychic Ascension in our deck. It's kind of unreal how much sooner we'd have won this game. Alrighty. Well, God, we gotta play another game now? That's our punishment for winning? We have to play another game? I don't know if I can take another game with this deck. It's pretty bad. I don't know if I can do it. I don't know if I can. I can't take it anymore. There are no physical cards for this game. It is digital only. A lot of the design space and mechanics that they use aren't possible in a paper card game. The clocks are still pretty healthy. I'm at like 19 and they're at like 16. Yeah, at least like the Sapphire Blood Escalate deck draws its entire deck. Like, you're guaranteed to kill them. The Rune Ears get large enough to kill them? Maybe that's true. Oh, I cut a Cyclone Shaper too, didn't I? I did this to myself. Whee! Whee! Boarding in 2 of a card to try and have it in your hand by turn 2 or turn 3, especially when we need double wild for it, seems ambitious and wrong. Wait, what is going on? I don't understand! Why is there a giant wild shard in the middle of my screen? I don't understand. We're gonna play Hex on hard mode. We don't get to know what they're doing. Alright, I guess we're relogging apparently. You get to look at my ugly face, doo-da, doo-da. You get to look at my ugly face all the doo-da day. It's the new wild battleboard, right? Maybe I'm supposed to have taken the Windsinger there, since I had 3 counter spells. Yeah, probably supposed to take the Windsinger. I like creature combo decks in Hex, or in Magic. Are there any decks like that in Hex? There is a Reanimator deck in Hex's current standard format. In Hex's non-rotating Immortal format, there are a few different creature combo decks, such as the Wildfire Majesty deck, and Terror Mill's technically a creature combo deck, I would say. We can Brown Fox Scout plus deny this turn, which is exciting. Caleb Durward with the auto host. Thank you. Welcome to folks coming over from Caleb's stream. We are hanging out playing some Hex Shards of Fate this afternoon. It's actually our last game of the day. I've been streaming for about 4 hours, so we're gonna be about done. Oh! Yeah, you've activated my trap card, opponent. Tar, we're playing a bunch of quick troops. This interaction right here. We get to play our Brown Fox Scout here and deny. Plus, we're actually playing 4 denies and 4 Weave into Fate. So we're just, like, maxing out on the number of 3-cost interrupts that we have. Yeah, that's fine. I think I'm waiting on this. I think I want to just hold denies and Weave into Fates up. I assume this is in their deck so they could just beat me down. Is Immortal cheaper than Standard? Prices vary. Prices vary based on the deck. They're actually priced pretty similarly right now, for being honest. Yeah, I probably should use my Champion Power last turn, right? I could have put these 2 back into my deck. Had another Twilight Archon. That's gross. I think we're going to Pippit Hustler inside of combat here. Shrink down this Twilight Archon. The double Archon could just run us out of this game for sure. It's actually a card that's just in their deck. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Ding! Fries are done. Get hustled, opponent. We turned this into a really expensive daybreak. Get gone. Get gone. I'm actually going to deny this because they're turned into a pretty real clock. Oh, it was generated. Sure. Good call. Good call. Shard. Well, that's a card that makes me want to shard even more. I think we'll leave my Hustler back for now. I want to leave... I guess if I play this and I draw a non-slow shard next turn... Alright, yeah, I talked myself into playing this. They're missing resource drops. If we had a non-slow shard next turn, we could Windsinger with Deny up. So if we hit, like, a non-slow shard next turn, like, we're just, like, a strong favorite. Just with... Oh, and we can still play Deny, because this costs 2. This to cost 2 now because of this. Yeah, 10 out of 10 play that. I'm dumb. No joke. I've registered Gossamer Tears and Constructed before. Like when Angus was really popular, we played that in the board of Wintermoon decks. I'm just going to go ahead and deny this. I really don't care, right? Yeah, have your 2-3. Non-slow shard. think I'm gonna hustle this. It's kind of annoying. Although I guess the Nightfall's like killing me slowly, right? Yeah, maybe I'm supposed to take the Nightfall off the table, actually. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to take the Nightfall off the table. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Every day we hustling, hustling, hustling. Sweet, they didn't even get a pouch because they could pouch the Windsinger theoretically. Weave into nothing, wove into nothing. I just really want to draw a shot. Yeah, this card is powerful and neat. Give me something worth countering. Please, please, opponent, play a card that I want to counter. I think that qualifies, otherwise they're going to hit me for 4 here, and my life total's pretty low. Plus, this lets me Fate Weave and put a resource on top of my deck. Denied! Non-slow shards. Non-slow shard. Non-slow shard! God, you're killing me, Shard of Instinct! Literally killing me. Killing my children. It's just, it's not fair. We'll put these interrupts back into my deck. I'm gonna leave both the Hustlers back this time around. I don't think we can actually lose this game once we get this down next turn, so let's just preserve our life total. They've not shown us from the Ashes. Look, I didn't put anything in this deck, Burgle. Metronomy put things in this deck, and I agree. You probably don't need 4 Shard of Instinct. I would love to draw a card. Thank you for asking. I really didn't like a lot of the choices Metro or Trax had in his deck list. That's why I'm playing Metros, if we're being completely honest. I didn't care for a number of the card choices that he had made. Maybe I should give it a try since this version seems kind of mediocre. Alright, we got a way to kill him in the air here. Was Trax playing a Psychic Ascension? If Trax is playing a Psychic Ascension, I take everything back and he's way smarter. But if he also doesn't have Psychic Ascension, they're both wrong. I'm gonna look now, actually. Trax had a Psychic in his board. Okay, I'll give him that. He had it in the board, at least. I think there should just be one in your main deck. I'm not sure why you wouldn't just play one in the main deck. Nah, I think again, like whenever you get really far ahead in a game, like we're pretty far ahead here, we always want to ask ourselves the question like, how do we lose this game? And I think the answer to that question is like them having something that we have to counter that like we really wouldn't care about because we attacked with slightly too many things. Like there's plenty of cards in our deck, so I think just attacking with these two here is gonna be fine. What's the time on the clock? Yay! Radiant Physician draws them cards, which means I draw cards. They've got 11 minutes, so like, and I've got 15. So like, they're nowhere near in danger of clocking out. Yeah, it might be better to wait until I have a second thing in there. Whatever. So no joke, I might Into the Unknown my Windsinger here, so that way I could turn it into a different... Alright, JK, we're gonna Into the Unknown that. No, I can Pippit Hustler that, so it actually doesn't matter. Aw, we got a spell song, sweeties. That's not particularly useful. Oh no! A 1-3 with Skyguard? Now my Cyclone Shaper can't attack. It's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. Now we're only attacking for 2 a turn instead of 4. And by that I mean 1 actually, right? Because they're getting 3 a turn. Alright, things could be going better. This thing gains health? Oh, lordy. We just need cards that could actually win the game is the problem. Like, this deck doesn't have cards that could win the game in it. I'm gonna attack with Pippit Hustlers here because I would like to shuffle them back into my deck. God. I agree. Deleting this deck probably isn't a bad idea. Hard to nickel and dime when your opponent's playing with quarters. What a great mantra. Hard to nickel and dime when your opponent is playing with quarters. Alright, so we're going to take the Radiant Physician off the table with this Pippit Hustler, thank God. I'm just going to start denying stuff. We need to, like, chip our way through this board, and I've got so many interrupts that, like... Yeah, my computer area has a fence, basically, to keep the kids out. Alright, let's hustle this Physician. So they draw slightly fewer cards. We're the only one that gets to draw extra cards around here. Oh yeah, give all your troops Rage 1, sure. Why not? Why not? That seems great for us. Oh, my opponent doesn't want to play anymore. God bless. God bless us, everyone. Alright, we're going to go ahead and call it a day here. Thank you, everyone, for hanging out. We played this obnoxious deck for 2 hours. I'm not sure I'd recommend this one. But we went 2-2 with it. I would recommend it's probably fine with some changes. Like, get a Psychic Ascension in here somewhere. It's such a low cost to play one. Deep Freeze seems a little mediocre. The resource base could probably use a couple less slow shards. At any rate, thanks everyone for hanging out, and I will catch y'all around later to see if anyone else is streaming to pass the buck over to.